All right, we're back here on Bakersfield, the Baco Motorsports Power Hour, and Budweiser is the sponsor of this grand event every Tuesdays here in the Dignity Health Studio of Bakersfield, California. Now joined by Scott Schweitzer, and there it is, Bakersfield Speedway. There's the logo.
There it is.
And I threw this up here because I wanted to just reminisce on the greatness of the Bud Nationals, and it's one of those things that I was out at Famoso last weekend because it fit my schedule, so I got out there on a Sunday, but I really felt like I missed something truly special, and I'm sure that you guys feel good about what was said and what was accomplished by what you guys did out there.
Absolutely. We're very pleased with the 29th annual Bud Nationals. Mm-hmm. It's one of those events that's creating its own momentum. All the racers talk about it. It's the one they want to win, put on their bucket list. So we get great car counts, great fan counts. The racing's clean, fast, a ton of racing. So it's a great event. Great way to cap off the points, season when these guys are chasing points all each and every week. And this week in that event they just need to go for the guitar. That's what they're after. And
that's what they and they seem to really love the guitar.
Yeah.
Everybody we talked to just seemed to really love the event. So
yeah, we talked about the giveaway hats every time you win a race out there at the Kern County Raceway. You get a hat, and pretty nice hats. Talked about David Mayhew having a bunch of hats. Oh, Bobby Hogue, he could sell guitars on eBay that he's won from the Bud Nationals.
We're so fortunate to have Budweiser behind us, each week. And on this event, when when this award became available, and we're like talking with Ken, I'm like, we just want to do that every year because that's like the coolest award we've ever had. So we had 8 guitars total to give out for the weekend, and sure enough, Bobby Hogue, puts on a heck of a performance and walks away with 4 of them.
That was amazing.
To go with the 2 from the year before, so now he's got 6.
Yeah, now he kind of has been known that, hey, can you guys give away some drum sets and keyboards, and then I'll have a full band. So.
A full band in there. One of the things I think that's interesting about that event was you attracted people from all over basically the country in some ways, to come out there and do that. And then you got these guys out who don't normally necessarily run at Bakersfield Speedway, but they thoroughly enjoy it too.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those bucket list type races that people want to be involved, and that's where we get the Oregon guys that come down. We get some Nevada guys, some Colorado guys, and when we get a guy like a Matt Crafton wants to come race, and Earl Pearson Jr., it just shows the prestige of this event. Right. Great exposure for our racetrack, for Bakersfield, the whole town. Right. So it's awesome. We're fortunate. I'm fortunate that this race was created before I came to the Speedway, and I was able to take it and just create, keep the momentum rolling and get it bigger and bigger each year.
Well, it's very exciting, and I have a challenge for you. I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, I want you to think about this long and hard. Is the 5 most memorable things from this season for you? And we'll talk about it next week, but I want you to think about it long and hard because this is one that there's a few elements in here. What would it be, Griff? There were so many great moments at the Speedway this year. Tina Bell's championship, Tina McGowan winning. This
I could
thing.
Probably pull 5 events just from this race alone. There was such cool things going on.
How about the national anthem?
I don't know. He did it. And for a guy who couldn't play at all, Lee Jensen comes out there to do it. That's gutsy.
You know what?
He said there's no way he could go down to the grandstand in front of the grandstands and did it. So he did it in the press box. But the fact that he took enough time to learn it, and he was just so nervous and couldn't move his fingers, basically shaking.
We went to Vegas for the Monster Energy Money Cup race on Saturday, and that's how they played the national anthem. They had a guy come out on stage, a band guy, ex-racer, and played his electric guitar. And I tell you what, he did a good job, but I'd have matched Lee against him any day after hearing Lee. Lee did a fantastic job. And it's nerve-wracking. Did good.
That was great.
And he threw the challenge out. So Bobby Hogue should be playing the national anthem at the 30th annual Bud Nationals in 2015.
I love it. That'll be a highlight for us for next year for sure. Hey, you were in Vegas. Now, what was it you were singing again? I saw the pictures, but was it a truck race or was it?
No, it was the motocross race.
Okay.
The Monster Energy Supercross.
Sam Boyd or
Sam Boyd Stadium, where they have 3 races, and if you win all 3 races, you get $1 million bonus.
Oh,
so
very nice.
We had a great trip with Monster Energy and Budweiser, and went over there and watched the race. So it was a good deal.
You like that kind of racing?
I do. Ken and I, we go hit Anaheim a couple times and watch Supercross. One of my boys got to go with me,
Right.
and it was a fun time. So got to go over there, and great place, 30,000 people there to watch motocross and high energy, and it's cool.
San Boy's a nice intimate stadium for that kind of stuff too, and it's kind of open in the end, so you can kind of do some things in there too.
And it's got to be fun for you to just go and relax and have fun and view it from a different perspective.
And the cool thing about it is, that's why I go to other racetracks, go to these events. You may find one or two little things that you can bring back to the Bakersfield Speedway for our fans to enjoy, or something that they do different in a concession type situation, or fans or anything. So, we didn't have anything going on, was invited to go over there, and it turned out to be a great weekend. Yeah.
Last time I was at Sam Boyd Stadium, Mike Griffith was for that football game they play there, that bowl game they play there.
Yes.
We were there for 5 minutes, and we had somebody running over, "Hey, you guys, I'm from Taft. I'm from Taft." So awesome. So, all right. Well, speaking of awesome, Apocalypse Truck Fest. This is, saw the billboards. This is shaping up to be a big deal with Be Tough.
Yeah, it's something different. Started out to be a truck competition, truck and UTV side-by-sides, and now it's turned into a whole apocalypse deal up front, kind of a haunted house type deal. And so there's a lot going on over the 2 days, and should be pretty cool. On Friday night is just the on-track truck competition, different things. And then on Saturday they have a festival going on where Jeep's got a display where they're going to display some Jeep stuff and people can take rides. Chevrolet or Motor City GMC is going to be out there with a new Canyon Chevy, and you can take rides in it.
Oh, nice.
With Tina McGowan and Lee Jensen being the professional drivers.
Nice.
There's welding competitions. There's some RC car racing going. So a lot going on. And then when that's over, we're going to go back into the facility and do round 2 of all the truck jumping and stuff like that. And we just added for Friday night, there's going to be some freestyle motocross going on. So
a big event, and here's all the details on this. So it's Friday and Saturday. General admission on Friday is $20. Kids 12 and under are $10. Gates open at 5 o'clock. The competition starts at 6:30. Saturday, $25. Kids 12 and under, $15. The tailgate party starts at noon. Gates at 5 o'clock. Competition starts at 6. 2-day pass, $40. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
And tailgate party is $20 extra. So take a look at that one. And then just when we thought he was done, there is this. Explain yourself.
Well,
I don't have to explain yourself. This is cool.
This is the first annual Thanksgiving Thunder, and what it was is a race that some guys put together and took it to another racetrack, and for some business reasons, they were looking for another venue to change it to, and we kind of been talking and have struck a deal, and we're going to put the thing in motion and do it at the Speedway. They used to have the Turkey Night race, midget race at the Speedway, and we haven't had anything in a long time during Thanksgiving, and we get a lot of calls about it, asking if there's something going on. So I think timing's just about right to try it. So this year we're going to.
So what you're going to do is you're going to do your shopping about 3 o'clock in the morning, get some rest, then get out to the Speedway. Right, Griffith?
Without a doubt.
Without
That's
a doubt.
the way to do it, right?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's going to be a good show because you got the late models and the modifieds and the sport mods, and you got most of the big classes in there, so that's going to be fun to see.
And all of them are running 2 separate shows, so they'll run a whole program on Friday and come back on Saturday and run a complete different program. So should be good.
When did you finalize this? Because I thought last we talked, you were kind of like, I'm really looking forward to it.
We talked before I went to Vegas. Had a few text messages while I was in Vegas, and then pretty much secured everything yesterday. So.
Nice.
We were waiting to kind of make sure. I wanted to make sure everything was in line and everything worked. Make sure no other tracks were doing anything, and because that's kind of important to me that it's, when we take on a first event like this, that it's not stepping on anybody and doing everything. So everything looks like it's going to turn out to be a good event.
Do you ever take yourself and go to other dirt tracks? I mean, and just kind of look what they're doing, like Paris or Santa Maria, or what do are there places you like to go to and like look and see what they're doing?
Yeah, definitely. When I have off weekends, I go down to Ventura. They have a great facility. Paris, I've been to there. Santa Maria, I mean, I used to go over there. I haven't been over there to watch a race in a couple of years. Tulare is always a good one. I like to go up to Tulare and hang out. And when I go, I mean, I pay to get in the front gate, and I'm just a fan like everybody else.
I think that's smart because then you get a really good idea what that fan experience is all about.
Just sit up there usually my kids go with me, and we just go watch, open wheel show or whatever's going on.
And coming up, again, it's another picture of the Bud Nationals. This is another Tom Mock photo. Tom Mock, by the way, man, he worked himself over on Sunday, man. He looked like he'd been run over a couple of times.
Yeah, I talked to him
Yeah.
on Monday, and he was pretty exhausted for the long weekend of shooting photos.
He was
out there.
grumpy too because they wouldn't let him use his laser cannon.
The NHRA said no flash, so
Yeah.
it was grumpy
Yeah,
Tom.
I heard that story.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
I
I don't
bet.
even know how it came up, but he started in on me. But you know what? I love Tom and Deanna to death. They do he's done a lot for my racetrack and exposure in magazines and stuff, and I'm really fortunate to have a guy like him that comes out on his own time and shoots and gets the exposure
And
for
loves
him.
the sport. That's the thing too.
Yeah, and I mean he's got great photos. I mean
Absolutely.
there's a lot of photographers out there. Don't get me wrong, that do a great job. But Tom, there's just something about what he does, and he's very detailed and does a great job and seems to catch all those perfect shots.
Yeah.
So
We're going to show a lot of Tom photos in the next segment, but so as you get through this, so you have a little bit, not the kind of the break you're looking for, but it's going to be good though because you're kind of extending that season a little bit.
yeah, we're gonna do this thing this weekend. Then we got to clean all the mess up and get the dirt out of there because we do have the Sunday go-kart racing.
Right.
Now that the off season's approached us, we do once a month. We try to do go-karts and mini dwarfs on the little track in the infield, which is fun. We do it on Sundays and it's a good time. So
Sounds like
we stay busy.
By the way, it sounds like we're going to have to do something on RC racing at some point here. It just seems like it's out of control now.
Sometime we'll have to maybe lead into the regular racing season. We start up next February. You can catch up with some of the RC guys.
But the go-kart stuff though, that's big too. I mean, that's
It
a
is.
passion for a
Yeah.
lot of guys.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many of the racers have the dirt go-karts, and when it's hits late November, December, January, when they're not racing, they got that itch. So that's when we do the go-kart racing on Sunday, and it's a great time. We don't have all just safety rules, make sure that no one's going to get hurt, and they go out there and have a great time. We have 2 heat races and then a main event, so they get a lot of racing in for $35, and they have a
Something
great time.
I've always wanted to do is do one of those little go-kart things, because it's just one of those things I probably can handle.
You would find out that
Probably
when you're
not so
that
much.
close to the ground.
Little
Speed
unsettling.
is magnified when
Yeah,
you're sitting
it really
4 to
is.
6 inches off the ground. It really is.
It really is. All right, good stuff here as always with Scott Schweitzer. We'll have he has his homework for next week. We're looking forward to this.
I gotta get to work on that.
5 things that stood out to him over the last season, and we're going to count them down next week as we prepare for the truck apocalypse and his turkey nights, or Thanksgiving thunder, I should say, as we get ready for Thanksgiving as well. It's hard to believe it's like we're a month out from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. We've got big stuff coming from Auto Club Famoso Raceway. They're up next here on the Bakersfield Motorsports Power Hour, brought to you by Budweiser, a sign factory in the Bakersfield, California.